Stop. Before you tap yes on that, I need to tell you about Chad. Chad is a stick man. Chad bought a burrito on a payment plan. Not a car, not a couch, a burrito. And by the end of this video, Chad owes more money than some people's rent. Yeah, let's talk about it. By the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how 4 easy payments turns into a full-blown financial horror movie. And I'm gonna show you the one number almost nobody checks before they hit buy now. Stick around, because Chad's story gets concerning. It starts innocent. Chad needs new sneakers, $80. He could just pay $80. Wild concept, I know. But then he sees it. Or 4 payments of $20. And suddenly Chad's brain does this. It's not free money, Chad. It's the same money, just chopped up like a pizza so it hurts less when you look at it. But here's the thing. Chad felt smart, like he hacked the system. So naturally, he did it again. And then, and I promise I'm not making this up, Chad found an app that lets you finance food delivery, a $12 burrito, on a payment plan. My guy financed guacamole. Here's the thing about BNPL. It's not one big scary bill. A bunch of tiny forgettable ones. $9.99 here, $14.50 there. Each one feels like nothing. It's the financial equivalent of a mosquito bite. Doesn't hurt until you've got 40 of them. And apps make it so easy that Chad now has Afterpay for his sneakers, Klarna for his burrito, Affirm for his TV. That's 3 separate payment plans, 3 separate due dates, and 0 spreadsheets. Real talk. Nearly 1 in 4 Americans are doing some version of this right now. It's not just Chad. It's basically everyone's cousin. So what actually happens if Chad misses one payment? Late fees, a ding to his credit score, and sometimes the whole remaining balance gets yanked out all at once. The easy plan stops being easy real fast. Now here's where it gets interesting. Chad has never, not once, added up everything he owes across all these apps. He just sees the little payments, not the total. Let's do it together. Sneakers, $80. Hoodie, $65. Phone case, $25. Concert tickets, $150. TV, $400. Burrito, yes, we're counting the burrito, $12. That's $732. $732. In 4 easy payments, scattered across 4 different apps, that Chad thought were basically free. That's a car payment. That's a month of groceries. That's a whole vacation he financed 1 burrito at a time. Okay, I'm not here to just roast Chad and leave. BNPL isn't evil. It's a tool. The problem is, nobody teaches you how to use it without it using you. So here's the actual game plan. 1 track, every single plan in one place. 1 note on your phone. If you can't see the total, you don't actually know what you owe. That's not optimism. That's just math avoidance. 2, never stack more than 1 active plan at a time. If you already owe on something, that's your answer for the next buy now, pay later button. 3, ask yourself the boring question before you tap yes. Would I still buy this if I had to pay the full price right now? If the answer's no, that's the whole answer. BNPL didn't trick Chad. The tiny numbers tricked Chad. Once you see the total, the magic disappears, which honestly is kind of the whole trick behind debt in general. Look, none of us are broke because we bought 1 burrito. We end up stressed because of 20 tiny yeses that quietly added up while we weren't looking. And in a country where rent's up, groceries are up, and everything feels like it costs more than it should, it's not stupid that BNPL feels tempting. It's designed to feel tempting. Knowing that is the whole unlock. So, did Chad learn his lesson? We'll find out next time. If you've got a BNPL app open right now, check your total before you check out. And if this saved you from financing your own burrito, hit subscribe, because Chad's financial disasters are only just getting started.